We really want to see kids impacted for Christ to leave here as ambassadors for Christ, no matter what their calling is. And so each morning we start out with devotions centered on the justice and mercy of God.
We have 6 kids. We have older children, and now we have a 13-year-old. And I know what happens in those colleges, in those high schools. And to be prepared, they need a level that is going to prepare them and teach them. They need to know the facts.
One of the critical things we're facing in our culture is a worldview that basically believes that everything came about as a result of random processes. In the current worldview, if everything is random, then we can change it. All of social order, marriage, the family, the state, church, vocation, and what we need for the students to understand is that indeed there is a design, and that is rooted in the very nature and the very character of God.
Take a look at these kids, this is the future. And investing in them in every way that we can. I hope what they do from here is what one of the questions was about. How do I impact my football team this fall? And that's a tangible way to impact your football team, to impact your school, to impact your church, your family, your community.
We had our son Stephen come to lead because we want him to know how to understand the culture from a biblical worldview and apply that to his life.
The biggest thing I got out of LEAD was probably getting to grow in my relationship with Christ and make a lot of new friends and learn a lot about leadership and how to give a speech.
So just getting to learn about what God says about media and government and the family. Just seeing my brother have an awesome time, and really all the youth. They just had a blast this week. It was really cool to watch.
Lead Iowa is a great program to help get the next generation of Iowans more involved in the process, understanding how to have a better civic dialogue and understand what goes into the legislative process.
What I really enjoyed about LEAD was really seeing my committee come together as a team. We were able to take a bill, really decipher it, and become one as we were able to debate it with other groups.
I appreciate this process for how realistic it is for your students to get a good taste of action at the Capitol and divisiveness on an important issue. They did an excellent job of preparing. I'm impressed just to be a part of this process with these kids. They're good.
Well, it was really cool because usually something like this does not happen for younger adults, and it was just fascinating.
So I will definitely be coming back next year.